Right, dear students, welcome. In this session, I will explain chapter 2, Introduction to Java Programming or Concepts and Algorithms. Okay, what are the topics we'll cover in this chapter here? Introduction to Java, features of Java. We'll see the basic terminologies used in Java. What are the terminologies we'll have? The next, what are the principles of Java or object-oriented programming, and finally algorithm. What is algorithm? With the help of an example and exercise. Okay. At the end, we'll see how to download JDK, Java Development Kit, and Eclipse, and we'll have one small program, Java program basic, the welcome program using Eclipse. Okay, so we'll see this one. Today, this is a topics we'll cover, okay, one by one. So let's go with the first part, introduction to Java. As I said, Java is a high level programming language, was originally developed by James Gosselin and Sun Microsystem. Now it is under Oracle Corporation and released in 1995 as a core component of Sun Microsystem Java platform. Basically, what does it mean? It's a high level language. It means it is more descriptive, easy to write, easy to understand. Like English, right? We communicate easy. We know the grammar English. Okay, you communicate with Arabic, so you know the grammar of Arabic. Descriptive, easy to, when you read a statement, when you read an instruction, you understand this. So Java is a, when you write a program, Java program is high level language. Means when you write some statements, instructions, so it is easy to understand by the programmer, a developer, or user. Okay, so it was developed by a person named James Gosselin, a developer, again, James originator who developed this one. So James Gosselin in a company called Sun Microsystem initially. Sun Microsystem is a company, is there, a big industry, that the person James Gosselin, under this company he developed the Java. Now, but this now is acquired by Oracle. So this product Java is being taken care, took over by Oracle Corporation. Then since then, Sun Microsystem is no more. It is a product of now Oracle. Now, when you try to download Java, it will redirect you to the Oracle website. Okay, that's one thing. So there are many programming languages. There are many programming languages, and there are many programming languages, methodologies, paradigms, approach to solve the problems. Languages are mostly used to communicate, right, between the computers, between user and computers. So they have their own approach to solve the problems. Like if you want to have some problems, to how to solve this problem using computer, right? So we need some language, right? So those language uses some approach, some paradigm approach, so that to solve that issues, problems. So Java similarly, in similar way, Java follows object oriented programming. Okay, object oriented programming paradigms. So this, what is an object oriented programming? Is here everything, it uses the concept of object. It will consider in Java everything, every concept, okay, is of object here, or entity. Okay, so what is an object? Object is anything, right? Is an entity which exists in the world, right? You can say a person is an object, a car is an object, a pen is an object, a computer is an object, a you can say mouse is an object, a table is an object, a chair is an object, a building is an object, a course is an object, a teacher is an object, college is an object. So we have many, anything which is exists in the world, right? So that's an object. So what does it consist? An object consists two things, remember. One is data, another is methods. Remember these 2 points. What does objects consist? Two things. So it contains data and methods. Data is called attributes, also known as attributes of that object, or you can say the simple basic properties of an objects. So that is one attributes, like name, fields, right? And the second is methods, are simply methods are nothing but behavior of the object, how the object behave. right? Behavior of the object, that is called methods or functions, sometimes called also functions. Okay, so this is mostly these methods uses these objects data to perform operations. This is now in deep. Okay, so you'll see this one again in the chapter 1 also, inshallah. So anything, so Java uses the concept of object oriented paradigm or approach, okay, to solve the problems. Okay, so how do you create this object, how do you define these objects, how do you utilize this object? By using the concept called class, by using the concept of called class, class, class. So class concept is here. Okay, so using this class in general term, I can say in practical term, class is a program, class is a program. So when I say write a program, so you have to define a class. Okay, this class name is nothing but program. We'll see this practically. Okay, so this is one thing. So that's a simple introduction to Java here. So developed by James Gosling, now a product of Oracle. Okay, so it's object oriented high level programming language. It uses the concept of object oriented objects and utilizes the class concept. Okay, so next is additions. I can say types of Java, assume types, various types of Java programming. Okay, so Java is used as a full-fledged and powerful language that can be used in many ways. Okay, it has in many ways in different areas of technology, different areas of mostly different areas of sectors. It will be useful in different like in mostly three editions it has, like Java Standard Edition, Java SE. Okay, to develop client side application. Okay, another is Java Enterprise Edition, Java EE, to develop server side applications. Java Micro Edition, Java ME, to develop applications for mobile devices. Now we have these three types of editions, and you see the latest mostly client side. We use the client side application for our course. Okay, we are not writing this client side application, nothing but user, he's developing a code, small code program in his machine, writing, executing under his same machine, right? So it's a client side. Okay, so our course demands a request, a required client side application means we required Java Standard Edition software. Okay, that is called JDK, right? So what is the latest version of this JDK is 14.0.2. This is the latest version of Java software, Java JDK for client side applications. So we have, if you want, you have writing a programs, projects for enterprise, the whole big organization, right? Which means programs running in the servers, okay, somewhere in different locations. So we had to use Java Enterprise Edition programs software. If you are developing some electronic devices, electronic mobiles, any other device programming, so use Java Micro Edition, means supports electronics like Internet of Things, okay, which are used to design for embedded systems, electronic chips, right? Mobile devices, microwave, fan, AC, stoves, right? There are many new electronic stuff, devices are coming which are having a Java programs. So this is not just for knowledge purpose, mostly we'll use Java Standard Edition. This is our requirement. Okay, this is to develop client side application that does not require any server programming. The latest version is 14.0. Okay, so our minimum required, what is a minimum required version for our course is 8. Okay, so minimum I can go 1.2, 1.3, but it's not available hopefully, but we will do only 8 only because lightweight enough. So let's go with another one, terminologies. So what's the terminologies here? Let me make it large here. Okay, Java terminologies. Okay, see what is JDK. We learn what is JDK here. Java Development Kit. You remember everything. It's a complete package. Okay, it's a package that includes Java runtime environment and other tools. Another tools like compilers and Java documents, Java debugger, Java interpreter. Okay, so all these things are required for developing a Java program. See the name here, Java Development Kit. Development, creating this kit consists some tools to develop, create, running and executing the Java programs. So we need this software to create, execute the Java program, develop the program and execute. Execution means running the program, run the program. Okay, that's called execution. So it consists what? It consists JRE, Java Runtime Environment. This one. Okay, see the name here, runtime. Mostly runtime means is environment, means which you use to run the program. Run the what program? Java program. So Java JRE is a environment, is a software, is a machine, software machine that will use to run the Java programs. Another is compilers. Compilers are used to compile the program. For example, you write a program, a programmer, a developer write the program, right? So it has some errors, syntax errors, grammar mistakes. Okay, so then compiler job is to compile, test the any error it has. If it has error, the program has error, it will throw the error, it will show the error where it is, where the error is. Okay, what type of error it is, how to solve, how to fix it, right? So there are many things mostly. Okay, so Java has JRE and compilers for in the kit, Java development kit. So here, in order to create, compile and run Java programs, you would need JDK install on your computer. So you must install JDK. Okay, so this is one of the requirement of our course. Okay, so what does it, more details? What is JRE? JRE is a part of JDK. Of course, it included in the JDK. So you have, when you have install JDK install, you can run the Java program. What does it mean? It means that you JRE used to run the Java program. Okay, it will not use to compile, just run the program. Okay, so if you want to run Java program, lazim JRE. Okay, that's it. So that's one thing. JRE includes Java virtual machine. Again, JRE includes what? It has a virtual machine, Java virtual machine. Okay, it's not real machine like hardware, it is a software only, it's a virtual. Okay, so that will help to run the Java programs. Okay, JDK includes JRE, JRE includes JVM. Okay, Java virtual machine, that is used to run the Java program. JVM is a main part. Okay, so that's used to run the Java programs. The next is compiler, Java compiler. So the command is Java C. The tool name is Java C. Command or tool is Java C. So Java compiler is a program that translates a Java program into bytecode, right? So here compiler always check syntax errors and semantic errors in the program. It generates bytecode after successful compilation, right? So when you write a program, example, when you write a Java program, then you must compile it first using the command Java C. Okay, so the compiler must check what is the error in the program. So it will throw errors, it will find the errors. If you do some typing mistakes and semantic error, grammar error, or syntax error, like equation, if you write some wrong equations, okay, so it will check the error. If there is no error, everything okay, good, the code is good, then it will create a bytecode. Then it will create a bytecode. Okay, create a bytecode here. So if there is no error, that's successful compilation, it will create a bytecode. Now what is bytecode? What is bytecode? Java compilers of JDK compiles the Java source code into a bytecode. Into a source code means your program. Okay, your program must be compiled first. First phase is compile first, right? Now once you compile successfully, it will create a bytecode so that it can be executed by JVM. The next step is JVM. First step is the first phase, compilation phase. Here the compiler will compile your program, your code, then it will create a bytecode. This bytecode is can be executed by the next phase, running phase, that is JVM, by JVM, Java virtual machine. Okay, so the bytecode saved in a file called .class file. It is the extension for bytecode is .class file. Okay, the extension for your program is .java file. We'll see this with the help of diagram. Let's go with one more terminology is Java virtual machine, as we already discussed, but still you can see here Java virtual machine executes the bytecode, means it is run the bytecode, okay, generated by the It's repetitive statement. This is called running phase. Okay, so what does it JVM virtual machine consist? What does it is? It consists a command. It is called a interpreter. It is a interpreter, means it will interpret, means translating, right? So you have interpreter to convert one language to another language, right? That's an interpreter. So Java interpreter is a software that translates Java bytecode to code that is understood by the operating system. Okay, because when you write a program, that's high level language, Java language, it should be converted into bytecode. Okay, some intermediate code, that one. So in order to understand by your operating system, maybe a Linux or maybe a Unix or maybe a Mac, maybe a Windows, right? So to understand with respect to those operating system, Java virtual machine translate that bytecode to that machine code. That's called object code. Okay, so that's a part, that's the job of interpreter. So interpreter implements Java virtual machine which runs Java application. Okay, so let's show you with the help of diagram. Let's see, this is your program source code. Okay, this is your program. When you write a program, that's is called source code, and you have saved it as .java file, like it's a extension. Okay, like my program name is hello.java. Hello.java, that's code. So, okay, then first phase is compilation. First you compile using the command compiler. Okay, so this is compile. After the compilation done, it will generate a bytecode with the same file name dot class file. Now extension change from .java to .class. It will change the extension. Okay, it will generate, not change. It will generate the another file, extra additional file with respect to this one. This is class file. As I told you, program is a class. Okay, so this is one thing. Now this class file can be used by JVM. JVM for Mac PC, JVM for Windows, JVM for Linux operating system. With different operating system, you have to install JVM, right? So JVM is different for different operating system. So Windows, we have to already Windows. So most of the users are Windows here. So your JVM will take this bytecode and run in the Windows. JVM for byte, it will take the same bytecode. See, this is uniform. It can be run on any machine. Okay, but you must have JVM. You must have JVM installed in your computer, right? That's important. So the compiler will generate the bytecodes. So this is one, the program. This is the main thing in practical way. You see how the program is get compiled and run in, okay, by Java, okay, by JDK and JRE. So this is one thing. I hope everyone understand. There is one more point here. See here, Java bytecode is, this program is independent of all the operating system. That's called platform independence. This is one of the feature where Java is very famous, so that it can run on any PC. I write my program in Windows. You take my program, you can run in your Mac. You can run the same program in Unix, Linux, any kind of operating system, same program. But the condition, you must have JVM installed. Okay, so this my program is independent to any platform. Here platform is nothing but mostly a computer system, hardware and software where program runs. So that's one thing, this Java is platform independent. That's one of the feature of Java. Okay, so let's see the features again. So the what are the features of Java here? Java is simple, object oriented, platform independent, secure. Java is secure. Okay, and Java is robust, portable, dynamic, multi-threading, and distributed. These are the features of Java here. Now for our course, we don't need to uh, memorize all these features. We just need heading to understand this, what is the feature name, enough. No need to go in detail except these two, object oriented and platform independent. Just now we already discussed these things, right? So this Java is simple because I just explained this. Okay, so you just no need to memorize everything, just remember the name. Okay, just remember the name of the feature. No need to memorize all this stuff except these two. Okay, so let's see what is Java is. I say Java features is like characteristics, you can say. Features is simple, Java's language is very simple. Basically, is because Java follows the syntax of previous language like C and C++. If you have previous knowledge of C, C++, it is very simple for to program in Java. That's why it's simple. Okay. The next is object oriented. As I discussed before at the beginning of the lecture, we organize our software as a combination of different types of objects. Means we see we created software, we create the combination of types of objects which that consist both data and behavior or methods. Data and methods nothing but behavior. Object oriented. We'll see this more in detail later on. Okay, now platform independent. I just now told you the programs written in one platform means if I develop a program in Windows can be run on any platform, maybe Linux, Mac, any other Android, it can run on any platform. A platform is a hardware or software environment in which program runs like any computer system, right? Java programs are more secured. Just remember this enough because the programs running under the Java virtual machine. Okay, and mostly there is no leakage of memory here because they are working under the so no one can get the data easily from the Java program. It is completely hidden, secured. Java programs are robust. Robust, nothing but reliable, more reliable. Means you can trust on them, right? So how? Because it uses memory management, automatic garbage collection. It has many features like exceptional handling, type checking. That means it will make ensure that you have a perfect program, perfect Java program. There is no mistake. You can trust on this program because nothing is useless, right? Nothing is useless over here. All memory, everything is exactly is running as developed, right? So robust means you can believe, there is no errors. You can say there is no error, there is no exceptions in the programs. If I say like you say Nasar is robust, I'm a reliable guy, we can trust on him as an example. Okay, the next portable. Portable is related to the point like platform independent. Portable is the feature write once, run anywhere. Means you write a program, you compile the program. Now you compile the program like here. You compile the program, you generate. You can run here, here, here. You can run many times, not single times, many times. You can run. No need to compile again. Compilation done only once, right? Unless you change the file, unless you change the code, unless you change the source code. If you change the source code, again compile. If you once you compile, this can run in many times. Okay, so compilation take place only once. Okay, that's on the portable means programs can run anywhere. Okay, and that's what it can run anywhere. It means it can move anywhere. Okay, portable, easy to carry, easy to carry. The feature write once, run anywhere. Aura makes the Java language portable that the system can have interpreter for the JVM. So you must have interpreter JVM to run the Java programs. Next is dynamic. Say here dynamic nothing but it has a ability to adapt the changes, new things to be adapted, new things added or deleted. That's a dynamic. I can say as same example, same person, Nasser is a dynamic personality. Means he has ability to adapt the environment, a hard, a critical, easy. That way you give the task, he can easily adapt. He's quick learner, quick solving personality. Okay, like this, a dynamic personality. Java is dynamic personality, dynamic language, you can say. It's capable of dynamically linking new classes. You can add new features. You can add new programs to the existing programs, new tools, new methods, new objects. So everything can be added, easily adapted, right? So that's why it's growing up. It's growing. It's new versions adding, new features are adding. That's a dynamic. Okay, that's why you get new features every time of Java. The next is multi-threading. Multi means more than one. Thread means a small part of the program. Part of the program. Program is there, but the program is very huge program, large program. That program is divided into small part. That part, that juice is called a thread. Okay, thread. So it features makes possible. What is the use of this one? So write a program that can do many tasks simultaneously. A single program can do tasks different tasks simultaneously. Okay, so that's one thing. Multi-threading. We are not going to do any multi-threading programming, just for knowledge. The next, last one is distributed. Java is also a distributed language. Programs can be designed to run on computer networks. So you see many projects, applications, programs, apps developed somewhere and can be executed over the network, right? Computer networks and internet. So these are more supportive, has more supportive classes, methods, tools, libraries, which can be executed and created programs to run over the networks. Okay, so that's are the features of Java. Let's see this uh, principles. What are the principles of object oriented programming? This is very important concept of any object programming. The basics principle, what are the principles, right? These are fundamental things for any object oriented programming language. Okay, so Java is having four basics principles of programming, Java programming. That is encapsulation, abstraction, inheritance, and polymorphism. Encapsulation, what does it mean? Encapsulate means packing, I mean wrapping. Okay, like wrapping means storing, the kind of storing or packaging of data and functions, methods into a single class, is known as encapsulation. This definition is very simple, means you have a program name class. This class has methods and data, so keep these two together and under the class name, that's the concept of object. Okay, that's one thing is class. This is known as encapsulation. Okay, so you have one class, we'll see this programming. Okay, so this wrapping of data and functions into a single class means a class consists two things, data and functions, and inside the class, this process called encapsulation, so that easy to carry, so secured everything. Okay, so this next is abstraction. Abstraction means providing some information, not in detail, not insight information, no insight information. That's only a outline, overview information about your program. The detailed logic, functions, implementation is hidden from the user. That's called abstraction. That's why it's called data hiding. The data written inside the program is hidden from the user cannot see the data, because that's the security is right here. So data abstraction is a process of defining data types, often called data abstract data types, and our functions, okay, without any implementation details, means how they are using, how the operation is carried out, they will not. Like example, you see, you take a calculator. So you if you want to perform addition, right, 2 plus 3, you just enter 2 then plus and 3. So how the operations take place inside the calculator, how is the logic there, right? So that it calculated and it gives the result 5. 2 plus 3 is 5. So that is hidden from the user. Okay, so those program is hidden. So similarly, all Java programs are hidden. The implementation logic is hidden from the user. That's why it's called data hiding, data abstraction, or data hiding also. Okay, same thing. The next is inheritance. Inheritance is a mechanism that allows the programmer to drive new classes from existing classes. Okay, so these drive classes inherits the methods and data of the parent class. Example, you have a class, you have a program, right? So this program, okay, has been fully developed, everything. Now I want to add some more features. I'm new another program, I want to create another program, but it has some similar features to the existing program. So I will extend the functionality by creating a new program from the existing program, right? So I will add new and existing previous data and exist new data also in like a dynamic. Okay, like a dynamic. So this means you create a program from the existing program. So you create a class from existing class. This is a derived class from existing class. This is called inheritance. Simple. Parents, child. Parents create a child, right? Child to another child, and this is the relationship. This is called inheritance, right? So now a child has more functionality. He has more functionality to inherit all the properties of parents, right? It can take the methods, data of the parents. Similar way, we have as a human being, our children can take our building, the car, our food. Okay, they share, right? So they can have access to all the properties of our parents. The similar thing is inheritance. So creating on program from existing program is known as inheritance. Simple. Okay. So what does it use? It used to inherits, to get the data of your parents class. Okay. This is what the derived classes, new classes. The derived classes inherits the methods and data of the parent class. This is we are not going to detail about this inheritance, just only definition. Okay. Mostly we take only encapsulation, simple programs. Okay. The next, polymorphism, another level of programs is features supports is poly means multiple, many. Poly means many, more than one. Morphism is forms, many form, different forms. So polymorphism is a feature that allows giving a single name to a different methods with different parameters. So example, I can say I'm a teacher, right? I'm a teacher. My name is Feroz teacher. Now the same Feroz is a father. Same Feroz is a brother. Same Feroz is a husband. Same Feroz is a businessman. So name Feroz, okay, given single name with different features, different methods, different functionalities. I may be a father, I may be a teacher, I may be a student, right? So this is a different functionality based on different types of parameters, different types of data. Mostly parameters, nothing but data only, indirectly. Yeah. Okay. So this is what polymorph means. A person exhibits different forms, okay, at some moment of time. Okay, that's based on the parameters. Okay. So behavior, his behavior will change based on the parameter, based on the time. Okay. That's a programming polymorphism here. Okay. So we'll have a break here. So we'll have, after break we'll continue to next topic, algorithm. Okay. The